Now here's Williams. We've got Ellis. Paul George is out there with Allen. Then there's Hill, and it's Turner in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Pacers trail by 5.
Wes Matthews, a hard-nosed player on the wing. Strong frame, and he really does put it to good use at both ends.
The Mavericks shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Williams kicks to Parsons. Shot from 12. And Matthews with the basket on the assist by Pachulia. Pachulia's got 3 assists tonight. And Indiana shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. And stolen by Parsons. Now the Mavericks moving it up by himself. And it's Matthews with the jam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Hill takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Hill's got 6 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Pacers trail by 5. Ellis outside. Hill has the open look and misses it off the right side of the rim.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
And Parsons gets it to go. Parsons got his second basket.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Ellis with a screen on Williams. Hill passes to Ellis. They double-team Ellis. And George kicks to Hill. The shot no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Pacers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. The coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off of back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs. Next year, I'm sure.
Parsons dishes to Harris. Passes it to Williams. It's stolen by Hill. Williams against George. Pass to Ellis. 1:46 left to play here in the third. Shoots from 14. The putback. And Hill throws it down. Hill's got it back down to single digits for the Pacers.
Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
Well, the rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
Yeah, that's what we call a potent 1-2 punch.
Williams can't get it to go.
And really, it's going to be more of a reload than a rebuild situation for the Pacers. You would have to imagine their goal isn't just to get back to the playoffs, but to get back to being a conference final participant.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That's on Monte Ellis.
And Chandler Parsons, changing teams last season, saw a little bit of a regression. Down in points, rebounds, and assists, but more troubling, down in field goal and free throw percentage. So you can tell that that transition to a new team, new system, new role definitely had an impact.
Switching up on the changes now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Allen. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ellis.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Chandler Parsons coming over from Houston to Dallas, moving into a new scheme, a different scheme than he had with the Rockets. It was his first go-around with Coach Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, and it's not easy for a player to adjust to a coach, or a new coach to adjust to a player. That takes some time. It's a two-way street. We know Parsons has the talent. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Stuckey. Mahinmi kicks to Miles. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No one near Felton as he lets it go. Another 3 for Dallas.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it. I tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Dirk Nowitzki, he can dish the rock, too.
Here's Miles. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Can't hit. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Dallas. They lead by 12. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Come on with it, with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it, with it. Come on with it, with it.
Welcome back. 4th-quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Pacers trail by 12. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Matthews out there with Jeremy Evans. Then it's Devin Harris. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Barea in at the point.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
And it's Miles missing.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
The drive by Ellis. Shoots from 12. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Mavs were solid on the road last year with a record of 23-18 away from Dallas. Clark, good for 5th most road wins in the West.
And, Kevin, that's what you'd expect from a veteran team like the Mavs. I mean, throughout the roster, this team has guys that understand what it takes to win on the road.
And Indiana making a change here. Allen's checked in, and Dallas with a change here, too. Williams, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. Good. And that's 17 points here for George.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And, guys, the Mavs did have a good record on the road last year. Most of it came at the expense of the Eastern Conference. Only 10 of their 23 road wins came against teams in the West.
And here's Matthews from the arc. No good. Excellent D there from George.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
On the wing, Ellis. Uncovered. And the shot falls short this time.
You know, it's funny, back to the Mavs on the road last season, they were much better defensively on the road than they were at home, and that's typically not the case. It's usually flipped, better at home on D than on the road.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He told them, no holding back. I want 100% effort out there. If you can't give it, ask for a sub. No time to rest now. Let's get after it. Kevin, he wants everything they've got.
Williams kicks to Nowitzki. Harris passes to Nowitzki. Fires the three. The Pacers pull it in. George has got his third rebound on the night. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Harris. Off target from three-point range. Pacers trail by 11. Ellis with it. Devin Harris covering. And George, here we go. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his fourth assist in this one. Dallas has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Pachulia kicks to Harris. Let's go.
2 minutes.
Hits the front of the rim and out.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Parsons checked in for Dallas. Here is Williams. Launches a three. Dallas no good that time either. For Indiana, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. From deep, George. The shot is off, and it's Dallas the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Shot on the wing, and Matthews with the basket on the assist from Parsons. 20 points for Wesley Matthews.
Timeout charge to the Pacers.
And the Pacers call time here. They're trailing by 9. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. There's 1:26 left here in the fourth quarter. And George kicks to Hill. Here's the three. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the middle, deflects the pass, and taken away by Ellis. To the inside, he feeds it to George. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, he'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Well, how about Paul George in this one? He's got 24 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Baseline jumper. Here's Allen. Money!
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable, but now still a one-possession game.
And it's good.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're down by 6. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? It isn't over yet. A quick score and a foul?
And perhaps a few missed free throws, and they're right back in it. So it all has to happen fast, but it could happen.
And here's George for 3. Nails it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
How about this run they're in the midst of? On the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead.
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
And the Pacers call time here. They're behind by 5. 24 seconds left in the game. 24 seconds left in the fourth. Connects! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And a chance here to hit 30 on the game.
He's really scoring well, isn't he?
Bully ball. Good old-fashioned bully ball on display here. He is making the game look too easy.
Buries the triple. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
Simply phenomenal, Greg, the effort we've seen from both sides here.
From the inbound. Good!
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Yes! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there. Dallas calls timeout. Williams for 3. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this.